Hey everyone, I'm Grim. You've probably seen me around Twitch as Grimorium, with 3 M's. I'm a killer main with about 3,000 hours on Dead by Daylight, and I'm a P100 Dracula, Ghoul, and Wesker. I love helping newer players learn the game, so today I'm going to be breaking down Dracula's forms in a clean, educational way to make him easier and potentially way more fun to play. Let's get into it. Dracula's power is called Shapeshift. He has access to 3 different forms that he can freely change into whenever. This ability has a 2.5-second cooldown. Dracula has 3 different forms: vampire, wolf, and bat form. Starting with vampire form. This is your default mode and the form you'll be in most of the time. Dracula moves at 4.6 meters per second here, or at 115% speed with a 32-meter tear radius. His main ability in vampire form is Hellfire, which travels in a straight line up to 8 meters. Hellfire takes roughly 0.9 seconds to charge and has a 7-second cooldown. While you're charging it, you slow down to about 3.8 meters per second, and when you actually fire it, you drop to around 2 meters per second, which is actually slower than the nurse's walking speed. Hellfire is great because it hits straight through pallets and windows, and even some small openings in structures, so it's perfect for tagging survivors at medium range or opening a chase before you commit. It is also able to travel over low obstacles and even obstacles shorter than Dracula himself. Vampire form is your consistent, reliable pressure form, safe and flexible. Next, I'll talk about wolf form. Wolf form is your chase and anti-loot form. Dracula still moves at 4.6 meters per second, but this form becomes way stronger once you start collecting centaurs. Survivors create centaurs whenever they perform rushed actions, things like fast vaulting, fast locker entries and exits, or dropping pallets. When you grab an orb, you get a 4.35% haste boost, which bumps your movement speed from 4.6 up to 4.8 meters per second for 2.5 seconds. Each orb also reduces the cooldown of your pounce ability by 20%, which is about 4 seconds per orb. And if survivors perform a rushed action within 12 meters of you, you get Killer Instinct, so you know exactly where they are. The pounce ability itself has about a 5-meter range and launches Dracula forward at around 13.34 meters per second, which is extremely fast. Its base cooldown is 20 seconds, but with 2 or 3 centaurs stacked, it drops down to roughly 12 or 8 seconds. Wolf form is incredible for shutting down loops, breaking pallets mid-chase, and catching survivors off guard. The last form I'll talk about is bat form. Bat form is all about mobility and map control. In this form, Dracula moves at 6.5 meters per second, and he becomes fully undetectable. That means no terror radius and no red stain. Survivors can only hear his lullaby, which is audible to about 48 meters, but it doesn't give away his exact location. His hitbox also becomes smaller. You are also unable to see survivors in bat form, but you can in fact see their scratch marks, and the volume of survivors' footsteps is increased by 50%. This form allows you to teleport to windows or vault points within 32 meters. It's fast and extremely good for repositioning, but you cannot attack while you're in bat form. You will always need to exit into vampire or wolf before you can hit somebody. That means bat form is for setup, rotating across the map, setting up 3 gens, or sneaking up on survivors. So why is Dracula considered to be micro-heavy? Well, you're constantly choosing between vampire, wolf, bat form, depending on range, angle, cooldowns, and survivor behavior. Dracula's strongest value comes from mechanical execution, managing 3 forms, timing transitions, landing Hellfire, spacing your pounce attacks, and chaining movement between forms. All of these require active inputs, precise timing, and strong chase fundamentals. That makes him very micro-intensive. Wolf pounce speeds, hitboxes, and turn radius require mechanical practice. Missing a pounce is a big punishment, since pounce will always use up your 2 dashes unless you collide with a survivor, pallet, or a breakable wall. Hellfire requires spacing control, prediction, because it's usually a 50-50 when using the ability, animation timing, and knowing when to charge versus when to fire. It's basically a skill shot. You have to be patient. And Batform teleports demand good short-term decision-making. If you mistime the exit or lose track of the survivor, you lose pressure. I'm not going to go super deep into add-ons in this video because, honestly, that deserves its own breakdown, and Dracula has a lot of really strong add-ons that completely change how each form feels, so I want to take the time to go through them properly. I'll cover all of that in another video, and what each add-on actually does, which ones are worth using, and how they fit different playstyles, so keep an eye out for that. And that's pretty much everything you need to know about Dracula's forms and how they actually work. I wanted to keep it simple, and I hope this helped make his kit a little less overwhelming, especially if you're newer to Killer or just picking him up for the first time. He's genuinely one of the most rewarding killers once you get comfortable with switching forms and using his numbers to your advantage. If you want to see this stuff in action or ask questions live, you can always find me at twitch.tv/Grimorium, and if you want a full add-on guide, chase breakdown, or build recommendations, please let me know. I'll be covering those in future videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.